How's it going, guys? Goes back here again with some more Brawl here in the arena today. Roxanne Starfall Savant. Um, Key. Playing around Roxanne today because I wanted to build a munitions deck, and we don't really. Well, I wanted to build a munitions deck specifically in Gruul, and it just didn't really pan out the way I wanted it to. Munitions is still in here. We still have ways to sacrifice munitions and to increase the damage of munitions. But at the same time, like, it's not as fully committal as I would have initially drawn up the plan. And it's mainly because when you get into making, like, artifact tokens, it's kind of just decent to make a bunch of artifact tokens. So our shocks are now bolts. Get down Palantir. I'll keep it like that. We want one of those lands. So the normal fake out routine would be to put one to the bottom and keep one, but then if our opponent is expected to mill, we have to keep both, I think. It would have been bad had our opponent just, well, would it have been bad? We would have drawn all the lands we wanted. Ouch. This might be over before it even starts. That would be kind of bad. I'll keep Forge on top. Let me draw, okay. I mean, next turn we have to Devastating Onslaught. Defender dice anyways. Well, we were afraid of that. But we already have a meteorite, so we're not fully gone yet. Problem is, if we get rid of the Sarah's Ascendant, well, the end result is that they just play it again. With Soren, that is 1 loyalty, 6 mana, 6/6.
I demand servitude. You belong to me now.
One, two. Well, I can't get a 3, but I can get a 2. Actually, that's all. Yeah, I was right.
You waste your stamina.
Flames? They can probably just mill at this point. Yikes. That was 11 damage. Maybe they shouldn't just mill at this point. I mean, we are dead, but... GG. Alright, we're back for game number 2. I'd say I finished game 1. Logged, or went back to the main menu. There was an inbox, and it's like, what do you want, Wizards? And they're like, regulations, you need to provide your date of birth. And it's like, okay, Wizards. Which you guys have probably already seen and done by this point, because these videos are pre-recorded. And this one is going up like a week after I recorded, so hopefully you have it done by then. But it was said you had until September the 2nd, so like even then, if you haven't, do it at some point, I suppose. That's not an artifact. I didn't punt. Yay. Okay. It's always a good day when we don't punt. Play one more artifact for me, opponent. Just one more. I don't have the mana. I don't even know why I'm asking them to do things that's not going to help. I mean, looks like we're up against equipment, right? It's got to be equipment. Red land. No land. Oh, well. Yeah, I got nothing. I was gonna say, it's a shame that Gilgamesh Master of Arms got added to Arena in the same set as Godo. Because if you want to play mono red artifacts, like Godo just auto combos. We killed Bladecraft Aspirant. And it only cost us our life. Let's 1, 2, 3. Like, we had an answer in hand. It's just a shame that we were dead before we got the lands to actually use it. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of an auto kill too. You don't even need the combo from Godo. We are back. Game number 3. A very quick number 3, because we are at the 7-minute mark. Ooh, Novelist. Novelist is interesting with what we're trying to do. Like, he lets things like Slag Strider stack an infinite number of artifacts, which is nice. Keep slow, but I will keep it. We can make this happen. But I say one of the things I really do enjoy about, well, more or less about my time on YouTube, really, is getting comments on much older videos. It makes me look back at the older video and think about how I constructed the deck and what has changed in my process since then. And it's a weird thing too, because sometimes there are decks I'll go back and watch the video for, and I'll be like, yeah, I would build this deck exactly like this today, pretty much. And then there are other times where it's like, we have so many better pieces now. It is insane the mileage that this archetype has gotten. We won't be able to cast Solemn next turn, but at least we have a land drop for the next 2 turns. And I think the bounce lands might just be better off kept to a lands archetype where you can get extra land drops to actually make things happen. Control, please. You're just not gonna let me do it. I know. Okay, well, that's my fumble. I could have played something this turn, but we didn't. Oh well. I mean, we're gonna play our commander next turn. She kind of solves some of our problems. Kefka. Oh, that's neat. Chromatic Lantern, alt art. Well, let's begin. Really? Okay. Well, I would have I would be okay. Well, it was lightning bolted, but I expected it to not even get that far. We don't Chimmel. So they're gonna play their commander this turn. We can actually. I'm gonna ditch Artifact because Artifact is my most common type. Unless I don't really. Well, I might need it. Maybe they also ditch a creature. They. If I had gone Artifact. Okay, well. Sure. Probably 3. Our spells can't be countered now, so we don't have to worry about that. Although they are going to flip their invasion. Although their invasion isn't as scary as some of the other invasions, so... Opposites. They discarded an artifact, I discarded a creature, we discarded a creature, they discarded an artifact. That's not how it's supposed to go. Now they get a discard to make elementals. And give everything haste. This? And it can't be countered, so... And a little bit of domination. And we'll get down a scrapper. Okay. The domination bracelet, a little bit too far. Fair enough. Everybody has boundaries. Why would they do that? Why would wizards do that? That name. It's a bit messed up. As we're playing an Ornithopter. I mean, that gets us to Ancient Mana. It has to survive, though. And that doesn't mean we have to get rid of our sack out, but... We had to do monotypes as much as possible. All creatures. Yikes. I mean, the Rise might just do it. Why not, though? Never didn't have it. Could hit a Wrath off the top. That could save our life. It would destroy our Ancient Armisaur, though. Maybe. Okay. I don't mind a Lithiform engine. Eventually not with a creature on the field that gives me 20 treasures when it dies. How close to dead am I, though? I technically have 30 life, if we want to look at it. Probably the lose life option. It's the best way to get rid of my life total. Yeah. Now I only have 32 life. And that could change too. Like a 2-mana removal spell, plus the 3 mana to pay for ward, does actually do the job. Um. Hmm. One. That one. Oh, this isn't. I guess it could work. I mean, it has vigilance. I might as well. Erase, erase. I mean, we've done a good job dismantling this turn. It probably will not be enough, but whatever works. I do like Ancient Adamantoise sword. I don't want to hover it in case my opponent realizes it exists. That would make me very sad. World map, okay. Sure. It has flying now. They're gonna draw a bunch of cards. Yikes. Let's block there. Aha. Yeah, I think we just let that happen. Part of the cards? Part of the cards did not have it. Oh, there goes my Arcane Signet. It will be missed. So they attack with Kefka. We block with Ornithopter. We get 40 treasures. I mean, I could live with that. Draw 3. Casual discard, draw 3. I was not hitting well. Thanks for the salvation, opponent. Guess they only get 20 treasures. That's not enough. Didn't even draw anything either. Ugh. Let's kill the virus beetle. Oh, the blessed redraw. No. Doubling season. Okay, well, I mean, that could be good. Decline. Resolve. One there. Yes, I am sure. One there. Draw a card. Something I can spend 20 mana on, please. No. Okay, well. Yes. I mean, I don't need to copy it, but I guess I will. Keep the real one. During your turn, you may play cards from your graveyard. I don't think there's anything in the graveyard that matters. Maybe there is. I mean, this is a game where our opponent rise from the Dark Realm does. We stabilize somehow. That's impressive in its own right. Yeah, I'll draw a card. Maybe I can find something to keep it, but I don't think so. It's possible, though. They're getting their Jinkataxius to prevent... Well, no, they're getting nothing. Fair enough. This actually eats through one ring. That is scary. I remember looking at that guy and thinking, this isn't all that exciting. And then the next thing I know, yeah, he can just kill you. In a circumstance where you expect to be somewhat safe. I guess I lose 3 life, so I'm down to 1. So I win next turn or it is over. And if they keep back both blockers, there's nothing I can really do. Yeah, well... It's not going to do anything, opponent. Let's draw 4. Brotherhood's End. We borrow those. And then we will do this. Hopefully hit something good. That. Then we throw this down. This. We'll pay the 1 mana. This will pay the 1 mana. This. Make a copy of that. Why did we do it that way? Green. 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 GG. I mean, we got there in the end, I guess. But it was very, very shaky ground. Hello? Arena? Arena gave me the I-1 sound, which means I think, yeah, our opponent's head is gone. So I guess I'll be closing out here shortly. But either way, if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I will see you next time. Bye for now.